Worldwide. Online. This is Man-Made Radio. Online.
This is indeed Man-Made Radio, streaming to the world from the southern tip of Africa, our home at Profiles Health Club. We're on the William Moffat Expressway, Port Elizabeth. We promised earlier we'd be catching up with folk from the Eastern Cape Horse Care Unit, and glad to welcome into the studio one of the inspectors of the Eastern Cape Horse Care Unit. Carla, thank you for joining us. Good morning. How are you doing?
Hi, morning. Thank you. Thank you for having us. I'm doing well, thanks, and yourself.
Only a pleasure. Over the course of Mandela Day weekend, our whole station went off to Animal Welfare Society and committed some time and effort there.
Lovely, thank you.
We couldn't help but notice the donkeys and horses, which we fed some carrots to,
Yes.
as well. You're having a problem. You need help.
Yes. Okay. Basically, the gist of it is that since the COVID pandemic, obviously, we have lost almost, I would say, 90% of our funding over the past 3 to 4 months. It's gone down quite fast and drastically, due to the fact mainly that one of our biggest funders are the horse racing industry. They do support us a lot, as we do take in a lot of thoroughbreds off the racetrack that don't race anymore. So they have been big supporters in the past and kept us going basically over the years. For 14 years, Megan Hope started it in 2006. So every year we've managed to have a race day at the Fairview racetrack, which brings in basically our funding for the following year, 100,000 plus. And obviously this year we're not going to have our fundraiser, our annual fundraiser. So it's a little bit concerning because the horse racing industry is taking a huge knock itself, as every other company probably all around. I mean, it's not easy for anyone.
Sure.
We just, it's just quite devastating to think that we could possibly close our doors, if we don't have enough to run our monthly, costs.
Where do the horses and donkeys go if you close your doors?
Well, obviously we would try and home each and every one of them and find a good enough home before if, I won't go anywhere until all the animals are sorted and safe. But, obviously it will get to the point if there are no adopters or fosterers, that are able to take them in. We may possibly have to euthanize one or two. It's unfortunately the reality of it. But we will try our best not to, of course. And people have been great so far. I mean, just since Friday to today, people have become more aware of what we're going through, and they've been a great support. They're putting on WhatsApp groups. We've got a GoFundMe page that's about to be set up from one of our supporters, our loyal supporters in Ireland, Meg Muir. So we've got a few good, loyal sort of private sector supporters, but obviously they don't have enough as corporates and businesses and industries.
Well, you're losing 100,000. I mean, that's
our running costs for the year.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. We need money. What else do we need?
Okay. We have a auction page which Tracy Skuman does, she's one of our number one funders. So any secondhand tack, any it doesn't have to be tack, any horse related items, if you're moving house, perhaps you've got some old furniture that you want to get rid of, we'll accept any donations with what we can auction on the site, and people will buy the most amazing things on our auction site. So that's ECHCU. .auction room.
I'm going to ask you to write that down so we can put it on our social media.
Sure,
afterwards.
I will do that. But fodder is always. We do have. Luckily, we have just before lockdown, we managed to get a really big fodder donation. Well, not donation, fodder supply in. Which is great. It should last us till the end of the year, provided we're still running. Like I say, second-hand tack, any other lucerne or cubes, any of the horse feed shops. You got feed and seed, equifeed, etc. Any bags of cubes or food for the animals would be greatly appreciated. Obviously, treats for the animals, volunteers. If you want to come in and groom and ride and help to get them, looking better for adoptions, perhaps, or just help to get them out there more. More advertising, more. Whatever.
How many horses and donkeys do you currently have?
Okay, at the moment, 5 horses, which is actually very good considering we've had up to 19 horses at a time before. So luckily we have got a lot of horses in that department. Although the horses do cost the most to feed. So that is helping us at the moment. We have 29 donkeys, I think, at the moment. Not all of them are ours, probably closer to 15 to 18 are ours to be able to adopt. Some of the others have owners in the township. So they will be going back to them once they've healed or once they are ready to collect. There's a pregnant mom comes in, we keep them for safety, and then we send them back once she's had her baby.
How far does your net stretch?
Look, it depends. It depends on the money available, really. We've gone all the way up to Aberdeen. We've gone Graaff-Reinet. We've gone.
That's a heck of a distance.
That is when we have the fund in the vehicles. We've only got one vehicle at the moment. Our other vehicle's standing there without a clutch kit. It's been like that for about a month because we don't have the money to fix the clutch kit. So
maybe there's a friendly mechanic tuned in who'd like to fix your clutch kit for you.
That would be fantastic. We have had some interest, some offers since Friday that possibly someone will be coming to our aid today, but we'll have to wait and see. We won't exhale just yet. But yeah, so if the more vehicle, the more resources you have, the further you can go. At the moment we stand in, we can only do emergencies right now. Nabushli, Uitenhage, Walmer, in our local area. We can't go all the way up to Karedo at the moment. We have been. We try. It all depends on our funds and our resources. And I mean, we've got one vehicle, so we spend the vehicle. We take the vehicle for the whole day there. Then what's the person at the office going to do? You can't get
anywhere else. Yeah. How do people get hold of you?
Okay. Well, our cell phone number is 072 357 2505. We have, obviously, on our Facebook page, East Cape Horse Care Unit. You can follow our page, usually a couple of posts a week. We have a newsletter that comes out. It's just come out now. Megan does a newsletter on the 1st of each month, which will be posted on that page. Our email address is echcupe@gmail.com. And otherwise, we are based at Animal Welfare. So if you want to pop in and come and chat to us about what, if anything, you can do, even if it's just feeding some carrots, then great, that would be greatly appreciated. We are registered as a PBO, and we can issue Section 18A tax certificates if any corporates or anything like that also want to donate. That I know that helps a lot of the time. And obviously our banking details are on our website. We have a website as well, and on our Facebook.
We'll make sure there's a link from our social media sites as well. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for all the hard work that you're doing.
Thank you very much for having us.
And for joining us this morning. Let's hope we get some help for you.
It all helps. Thank you.
Darren Mann on Man-Made Radio. Worldwide and online. This is Man-Made Radio. Man-Made